How dogs see the world. Right now, if a dog is sitting next to you, it is not seeing the same room you are. Not even close. The colors are different. The focus is different. Even the speed of time feels different to them. Let's break down what's actually happening behind those eyes. First, the biggest myth. Dogs are not colorblind. They don't see in black and white, but they do see far fewer colors than we do. Humans have 3 types of color receptors: red, green, and blue. Dogs only have 2. That means the world, to a dog, looks like a muted palette of yellows, blues, and grays. That bright red ball you threw into the green grass? To your dog, it basically disappears. Red and green both collapse into a dull, brownish yellow. This is why trainers recommend blue or yellow toys. Your dog can actually see them. Here's where it flips in the dog's favor. What dogs lack in color, they make up for in motion detection. Dogs can spot movement at distances humans simply can't process. Some estimates suggest dogs can detect motion up to 3 to 4 times farther away than a person can. Why? Their eyes evolved for hunting, for tracking a fleeing rabbit at dusk, not for reading fine detail up close. Which brings us to something wild. Dogs are nearsighted. A dog's vision is roughly 20/75. That means something you can see clearly from 75 feet away, your dog needs to be at 20 feet to see with the same clarity. So a dog spotting a squirrel 100 yards away isn't seeing a squirrel. It's seeing movement, a flicker. A pattern their brain has learned means prey. Ever notice a dog's eyes glowing in photos or in the dark? That's not a glitch. That's a structure called the tapetum lucidum, a mirror-like layer behind the retina. Light enters the eye, passes through the retina once, and instead of stopping there like it does in human eyes, it bounces back through a second time. Double exposure to every photon of available light. This is why dogs can navigate a dark room, a dim yard, a moonless walk. Situations where we're stumbling around with our phone flashlight and they're just walking normally. The trade-off? That extra bounce scatters the light slightly, which is part of why their vision isn't as sharp as ours in bright daylight. Humans have a field of view around 180 degrees. Most dogs? Up to 250 degrees, depending on the breed. Why the difference? It comes down to where their eyes sit on their skull. Breeds with longer snouts, like greyhounds or collies, have eyes positioned more to the sides of their head, built for scanning wide open ground for threats and prey. Flat-faced breeds, like pugs or boxers, have more forward-facing eyes, closer to human vision, better depth perception, narrower field of view. Same species, wildly different visual experience just based on skull shape. Here's the twist most people miss. Vision isn't even a dog's primary sense. Smell is. A dog's world is built nose first. Scientists estimate dogs have up to 300 million scent receptors, compared to about 6 million in humans. And the part of their brain devoted to analyzing smell is proportionally about 40 times larger than ours. So, while we're taking in a scene visually, colors, shapes, faces, a dog is taking in a scene as a layered timeline of smells. Who walked here an hour ago? What they ate? Whether they were scared? Vision, for a dog, is just one layer of a much bigger sensory map. So the next time your dog stares out the window, they're not seeing what you see. They're seeing a duller, blurrier, wider world. One built for catching movement in low light, not admiring a sunset. But it's also a world layered with information you'll never have access to. A world read as much through the nose as the eyes. Same room, same moment. 2 completely different realities.